Alright, well welcome back. Today we're going to get back on the Flyin. Videos are going to be a little on the sporadic side on this since it's nearing completion. And we're just getting into the final little tidbits here and details to, get it flying. So one of the last things that I got to accomplish on the build, I guess you would call it, I don't know, is framing in the windows. So what we're gonna do here, and this is just me, I'm not kind of winging it. I'm just kind of going with the flow here about a look that I want. So I got some 1/32 ply here. It's got some decent grain structure, and that'll come in and have it later. But we're just gonna frame it out. And so what I've done is I've cut the windows out of the right side here. And I'm not going to cut the top out. We're just going to leave those. I don't think we need all those windows up there. And then, so I'm going to wrap all this in plywood. And then I'm going to stain it. And then I'm going to fuel proof it. And then it's going to be kind of like a scale detail. So what I did is I taped this plywood up against. And this is real thin stuff. You can cut this stuff with a pair of scissors. It's 1/32 ply. Great for doing detail stuff like this. And, I've just outlined the outlines of the windows and the outline of the fuselage that we're going to do. And obviously I want some oval shapes in here, so I grabbed my compass, and all I'm going to do is I set it to I don't know, what is that, about a 1/2 inch or so width, and I'm just going to trace this out like so. And give me a nice border. Around the whole thing. And then once I get my outline done, I can straighten it up with a straight edge. You could also grab like a, thickness piece of wood and then do this. This is going to give gluing surface for, this is going to give a gluing surface for our windows here. So the other thing I have here is just a circle template, circles and ellipses. You get stuff like this off of Amazon. It's for drafting, and we're going to use that to radius our ends. That looks pretty clean right there. Just kind of line this up. Like I said, none of this is critical. This is whatever you can dream up in your mind. That looks nice to you. Okay. Like that. That ought to look nice, and we'll cut this out, this oval out, and I'll do the same on the other 3 windows here, and then we'll go from there. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details of me drawing on a sheet of wood here, so I'll bring you back when I get all that done, and then we'll move on to attaching it and how the final look's going to look. Got that cut out. You can see where we're going with this. Like I said, I think opening these top slots that we created when I did the bottom link conversion would be just a bit too much. So she's going to sit about there. We want a good lip around the inside so the windows can fit in there, because we don't want this sticking out with the glass. So we'll cut little pieces of plexi or I can never remember the name of the other plastic that modelers use. I have some somewhere around here. I'll have to find hopefully enough to do this. But anyways, we got that cut out. You can see right there where my marks are at, and that's how big the window frame is. And then I just went to that so the window will have some gluing surface in here. Yeah. So anyways, with that said, I do need another one. And there you go. 2 of them. Anyways, it doesn't matter a whole lot that they match. I mean, you're not going to see them from side to side. Take your time to, I got a little bit more sanding to do on this one. This is the one I just made. But take your time to get in there, because you're going to see all this. I mean, that's, I got my dowel rod with a piece of sandpaper attached to it for the right corners, and then just a nice light nail file. This is not, stuff is not, if I can get you in here real quick, a little fuzz. Stuff does not sand hard, even plywood. I was thinking about it in other uses for 1/32 ply and fairly good sized models. You can use it to reinforce control horns. You can use it for wing hold down, if you want to, reinforce that with a bit of plywood and you don't want a lot of light or a lot of weight penalty with it, because this stuff is paper thin. And like I said, you can cut it with a pair of scissors here. No problem. It does chip a little bit when you, if you get to, of course. Let's get a bigger piece here. But sometimes if you get too tight in the corners, it'll chip, so you want to stay a little ways away from it and then sand down to your final dimensions. When I traced the new one out on the old one, I went right to the line. I just used my drill press over there and put some holes in it and there. And then, that's where the scroll saw comes in handy, because the blade's easily removable, so you can get in here and, cut those holes out. So the next step is I'm going to create a nice clean work area here. I'm going to do a little bit more final sanding on these. And then we'll go see what I got for stain. I think it's all over in the house over there, excuse me. And we'll get it stained, and then I'm thinking I was going to epoxy these. And, you can use 30-minute epoxy. You spread it around, and then you heat it up with a heat gun, and that'll smooth it all out. But I'm already spraying this with butyrate dope. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray these with the butyrate, and that should, that'll fuel proof the plywood. And we'll do both sides, and then I'm going to do a decorative ring of brass nails around this outside and around the window frames and stuff. It's just going to be somewhat decorative, but if I get some small brass nails and can go every couple inches or so, whatever looks right, kind of like rivets, put a small dab of CA on the back side of it, and then that'll hold that whole panel down. You can also, if we feel necessary, we can wick in some thin CA or something like that on the back side. So anyways, I'll bring it back when how about when I get done staining these, because I'm sure everybody knows how to stain wood. Not that difficult. So, all right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, I went up and got some, wife gave me a stash of old lace here. This is kind of like a flower pattern on it. Like I said, we're experimenting. And get the airbrush fired up here. I'm kind of curious. I have been waiting to open the screen up just to see what it looks like. I've shaken it up pretty good. Come on. Oh, wow. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's bright. Well, I screw it up. We'll find out. We're going to find out together. I'm not going to mask it off because I've used the paintbrush a few times here already. And I'm not that uncomfortable with it. I'm going to have to leave this thing right here, but I need it out. So I'm not going to mix a lot here. We're playing around. We're experimenting with this thing. You know, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I got this little syringe here, and that's how I'm going to disperse the paint. So we're going to go with a probably, 50-50 mix like we've done before. Now you can't see me over here, but I'm going to have to do like 2 of these. I think is going to be what we're going to end up with here. Yep. Okay. I think I will eyeball the thinner. It ain't going to take much. I know that. Oh, no. If I put that green in here, then that's going to destroy this can. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. I use this to mix it. Put our lid on. Make sure we get paint all over our airbrush here, or bench. This thing's got a really nice long cord on it. I don't know. Let's go light. That's what I was thinking. You getting anything out of it? I wonder. All right, take 2 on this. Let's see what happens now. I went over and got some baby jars to mix my paint in. I'll probably mix that a little better. It's quite thin. I measured out 8 of these, but I eyeballed the, shouldn't take much to get the effect that I'm looking for. Let's see what we got now. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So, from what I'm seeing, Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was the look I was going for. It really picked up. You can't hardly see it, but not too bad. I don't know. It's kind of a few minutes that I've been messing with it. It's kind of falling on me a little bit there. Actually, it looks a little. Those little ripples you're seeing, I don't know how close I can get you, but that's the little strings in there. Definitely gives it a unique look. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep going on the rudder and elevator, and I'll bring. Oh, that's what I was gonna show you guys too. Check this out. I got the plywood cut out for the sides, and I got it stained. And I just went and grabbed a random stain in the garage, but check that out. And that's that 1/32 plywood. I didn't do the back sides, I'm not too worried about that. But then we'll clear this with butyrate clear, and that'll seal that in and field proof it all at the same time. I mean, look at the little details I left in there, like the ring there, the knot and the wood and stuff. Super duper. Real pleased, real happy with that. They're still over here. They're dry to the touch, but they ain't dry yet. So, anyways, I'll bring it back when I got more to show you. Okay, so I need to get this video finished up for the Flyin King here. So, I did experiment a little bit more. We did get the halves done. If you can't tell, I put butyrate, one coat of butyrate on that and not on this. So, I wanted to see how the stain was going to react to it, and it lightened it up a little bit, but we're gonna. It definitely sucked in a lot of the dope, so we're gonna have to coat those some more. I'm gonna finish butyrating that when I do the rest of the wing and the fuselage next weekend after we let all this paint dry. I did play around. Man, I like this. I should have not done the yellow. This is the bottom, the plate for the wing, you know, where the bolts go through. So I played with that. This didn't turn out half bad. It wasn't exactly what I was thinking. It looks dirty, from, you know, like green spotches from a distance. But if you get up close, you can see the detail in that, and that looks pretty cool. This one didn't. I like this one a lot. I took the airbrush and went around the outline. It was actually not that hard to do. And then here's the other wing panel here. This one come out pretty nice too. Like I said, I was going for like a fade. Next time I do this, I'm going to do it on more contrasting color, and I'm going to make it deeper. I didn't like the fade part of it, but no going back now. So it is what it is at this point. I didn't do the rudder. I just left it blank. I frankly didn't feel the need to do that much of it. The other thing is I took it out to the flying field Friday, and I think it was this panel here, and my hinges are breaking. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know what's up with that. If the paint got to it and it stuck, but I'm gonna have to redo the hinges on the Bombay doors. I don't know if this one's doing the same thing or not. Maybe I just got them too tight. Yeah, see there. It's breaking that. Yeah, see. Yeah. So we got a little bit of repair to do. Anyways, that's what happens when you experiment a little bit. I'm going to have to do something different there with the hinges. We'll figure something out. We're not giving up on them yet. I can always make hatches out of them and not do the Bombay doors. So, anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching the Flyin King videos. I know they're not the most popular ones in the world, but I think it's turning out to be a pretty cool build. And hopefully, I'm not sure, next weekend is Toledo swap meet. So if you recognize this mug, I'll be up there on Saturday. And, you know, feel free to stop by and say hi if you see me out walking around. So hopefully we, you know, get some much needed electronics and servos and whatever else I think I might need that I stumble upon. I said it twice now, and this third time, I'm not buying any new airplanes. Good luck with that, right? So, anyways, we'll hope you guys had a happy Easter, and we will catch you guys on the next one.